Okay, fine. Alright, fine. Okay, you know what? The best lens for portrait photography might be a bit of an exaggeration, but I need to get you to click on this video somehow, okay? That being said, this 100mm f2.8 macro, did that make anyone nervous, by the way? This lens right here is a great lens for portraits. Here's some proof. Here are some of my shots with this lens. And today I'm just going to go over a couple reasons why I think if you want to get into portrait photography, this would be a good lens to get. Okay, so first of all, if you get this lens for portraits, you can use it for more than just portraits, okay? This lens is also great for product photography, for macro shots of like little bugs or flowers or whatever. Honestly, for a prime lens, you can do a lot. So don't think you're just limited to portraits with this. But here's why it makes a great portrait lens. Firstly, 100mm is a great focal length for portraits. It compresses the face enough that it looks flattering, but not too much. It also compresses the background to give you a really nice background separation. The lens being 100mm plus the fact that it's f2.8 gives you a really good separation between your background and your subject. You get that nice blurry bokeh and you still get your subject in crispy sharp focus. The f2.8 means it's also pretty good at low light. Sure, it's not an f1.4, but f2.8 is honestly still really good. And if that lets you stop down a whole extra stop of ISO, then I think it's worth it. Another great selling point about this lens is it costs $600, brand new, US. You can get it for even less than that if you buy it used. And it being a prime lens means that even though it doesn't fit into like the Canon L lenses, it's not like one of those super fancy lenses, it is still really sharp because it's prime and it doesn't need as much glass as a zoom lens. Something else I love about this for portraits is you can get some extreme close-ups that you would not be able to get with a normal portrait lens. Because the minimum focal distance on this lens is so small, you can get some really up-close shots like these. These are self-portraits that I took with this lens, and the lens has no problem with that. I could get even closer if I wanted to. So yeah, you get all of this stuff in a lens that costs $600 where 85 f1.4 is in the thousands, a 70-200 is in the thousands. All of these other lenses that compete with this one are like at least twice the price. And this lens is arguably more versatile. Now I do have one little tip for you if you do decide to get this lens. Right here on the side of this lens, right next to the auto and manual focus switch, you'll see another switch that a lot of lenses don't have. Now this switch has two options. We have 0.31 meters and 0.48 meters. Now that is your minimum focal distance. If you know your lens is going to be more than half a meter away from your subject, then you want to switch to the 0.48 meters because it means when you're taking a portrait that's, you know, not super close, your lens won't have to search for focus within that really close range because you've already told the lens it doesn't need to. So this is good in case your lens has trouble finding focus because it is a macro lens. It does have such a close range and sometimes it can be so out of focus that it's hard to find focus. But if you flip that switch, you shouldn't have any problems with it. But just keep that in mind unless you're getting super up close with something, doing some real macro photography. In that case, you would want it on the smallest minimum focal distance. But if you're just doing regular portraits with this lens like I'm suggesting, then you want to flip that switch down. Anyway, I know this is just a short little video, but that's all I got for you. If you guys enjoyed, please hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. I'm also uploading a ton on TikTok and Instagram. You can check out both of those links in the description. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.